All right, so even though I'm releasing this video earlier than the other ones, I'm actually doing this one last. I've already done my 3 or 4 videos for the day. But, you know, I'm upstairs with my wife. We're just kind of sitting there, we're talking a little bit, and I'm really kind of thinking about what the hell just happened yesterday with my 2 videos that really caused a firestorm. The first one with, you know, reading some of the comments from what I like to call loyal subscribers, you know, ones who I recognize, not these shills that come in, these new trolls. Those things don't bother me at all. And I'm like, man, they're like attacking me, and these are people that, you know, felt like, you know, I don't know you really, you know, we're like friends, and why are they saying that about me? And, you know, it's hurtful. So I'm getting mad and upset, like, hey, what the hell's going on? You know, who do you think you are? You know. So I do my, you know, I said, the hell with it. I'm deleting that video altogether. I don't want any more of that. And go out and do my rant, you know, who the hell, you know, who you guys think you are? And, you know, I don't know you anything. And, you know, but I had, you know, I'm sitting up there, and, you know what Cliff High, you know, I know a lot of people, you call it God or whatever your belief is. Cliff High says it's, you know, it's universe. He goes with universe. And I like that thought. You know, he's always told me in the past, man, universe likes you, man. The universe likes you, you know. And it's the same stuff. You give and you get. You know, you give and you get. And things are going really well in my life these days, you know. Like I said, this house thing is moving forward. I'm pretty psyched about it, you know. It's expensive, so it's a little nerve-wracking. But I'm sitting here thinking, you know, what just happened, you know. And it's actually today. Today's Thursday as I'm doing this. It's now later in the, you know, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. I'm not normally up this late. But I decided I got to come back down and do a video. And this video needs to be first for tomorrow morning, not the ones that are there, that are already uploaded to YouTube as I'm speaking right now. They're just not active yet. And I had a little, you know, if you maybe want to call it a come to Jesus moment, or, you know, a universe speaking to me moment. And it's this simple, you know. I've always said I appreciate you guys a lot. Like I say it all the time. I couldn't, you know, do this without you guys. I'm so glad you're my subscribers, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. It makes me proud. And I totally mean it. Totally mean it. You know, but again, I got, you know, felt like I was attacked. You know, I felt like I just got in a fight with my wife or my mom and dad or whatever, you know, your sister, your brother. And now you have time to think about it, and you're like, yeah, I wish it didn't go that way. You know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but I wish they didn't do that either, you know. And you're both feeling like a bunch of, you know, crap heads. And then you say, okay, let me go tell them I'm sorry or whatever. You know, so I'm kind of feeling like that right now. So I kind of want to apologize for my part in that. But, you know, I was a little hurt by that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is some of my core group. You know, it just like, that really hurt. So that's what made me give the knee-jerk reaction, you know, I don't know you guys anything. But universe spoke, you know, and the main thing that caused all this was me saying, you know, something like a really good ICO, I don't, you know, for initial coin offering, I don't know if I want to share it with everybody, because if I share it with everybody and I want to get in on it, they get in on it, but I don't, I just shot myself in the foot. That's the dumbest business decision ever, right? You know, and it's true. It's a true statement. But universe has told me, who cares? Who cares if they get in on it and you don't? Because there's going to be more. There's going to be plenty others. Some really good ones. Some great ones. Some good ones. You're going to get in on some. You're not going to get on others. They're going to get on some. They're not going to get on others. So who cares? There's plenty to go around. That is what I got. Which means I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that I'm looking at and researching myself and whatnot. But you do have to understand, I do have private conversations with certain people, not just Cliff High or whatever, but certain people. And if they feed me something like a ICO or some other thing, whatever the hell it is, could be some other investment, whatever it may be, and they say, you know, we need to keep this quiet, or don't tell anybody, I'm going to keep it quiet. I'm not going to tell anybody. But the stuff that I'm researching, trying to find my own, like coins, like again, this pay coin I thought was good, but it was the night before. I'm like looking at it, I'm really starting to research it. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. I'm not going to do a video to tell everybody, hey, check out pay. Not yet, you know, because I'm not sure yet. So I wake up earlier, you know, the next morning was a Saturday that the ICO went live. And I'm talking to this guy in, you know, the UK. God knows what time it is over there. But, you know, should we get in? You know, we're like going back and forth. I don't know. Looking at it, well, there's already this thing called Monaco or something. It's kind of like that or whatever. And then we just kind of last minute, let's do it. So, yeah, you didn't get a warning on the pay token. And it turned out, I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm sorry. But there's other ones. Like I said, the InsureX one, I got my eyeball on that one. I think I want to go with that one. And I think you should too. So what I've felt like I've got as an answer that came to me tonight is Joe, Snip, talk about whatever you're going to talk about. Don't hide anything. Don't keep anything to yourself. There are so many people who benefit from the information that you've provided over these years. And now you've got this other information that you're dealing with these cryptos, and you're making people fortunes, potentially anyways. You've done well yourself. Give it to them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about not getting in on ICO. Don't worry about it. Forget the whole competition thing. There's plenty to go around. That's what I kept hearing. There's going to be plenty to go around. No need to upset people because you guys will feel like, well, you know, kind of did feel like we were friends all this time, Jason Nip. Now you're telling me that like I don't matter anymore. You're going to hide this from me when, you know, kind of felt like we were friends. And I get that. You know, I get that. I didn't at the time, but I get it. It's like, okay, I've never seen you in my life. You see me every day watching my videos. And yet you feel like we're friends, right? Now, even though I don't see you and I see the comments and I interact and stuff, I do feel the same way, believe it or not. But I'm kind of realizing how this all went out. It did not go the way I wanted it to go. It was not even intended on going that way. I didn't even think it was going to go that way until I started reading some of the comments on the first video, which I erased pretty quickly in the morning after realizing this isn't going to go well. Let me just delete the whole video. And that video was the one where I said there's two ICOs I want to talk about. One was InsureX. The other one was Dent Coin. And I'll just tell you, in case a bunch of you missed it because I deleted it. Dent Coin is a coin that they're producing 100 billion tokens. InsureX coin is only 100 million. Massive difference. Even though Dent Coin is going to be like mobile data, so like tokens. So if I have a bunch of extra, I could sell you some at whatever price, you know, market price, and then you could buy them and use them to pay your phone bill, your data bill. So it's like, oh, that's a good idea. I like it. The big killer for me was that they're creating 100 billion tokens, and I think one Ethereum was equal to 400,000 Dent tokens. And I said, that doesn't mean that you still can't get into that, even though those are crazy, too high numbers for me to even want to bother with, and still do well. You could still do it. Maybe it's a 2 or 3 or 4 bagger, as they say, you know, 2, 3, 4 times flip, not a 20, 30, 40 times flip. I think that it could still potentially do a little bit well, or hell, it may do better than I think. For me, that's too many tokens, too much skin in the game being spread around. I don't want any part of that. The other one, InsureX, is like different types of insurance: home insurance, car insurance, health insurance, all on the blockchain, where you can shop the market and use these, you know, tokens to do so. I'm like, now that's a really cool idea. Okay, so check that box. I like this one so far, and I don't think there's anyone out there doing like this. So again, that's my rule of thumb. If you know how many other people are doing it, if none, great. And then the next one is, well, how many coins are they producing? If it's way too many, I'm out. I don't want any part of it. Even though you're probably gonna hear stories about people getting in anyways and winning. Maybe not winning much. Maybe they do win much. I don't know. But for me, with my strict guidelines that I put in place for myself, it's those two things. A, who else is doing this? If there's others doing it, how many? 1 or 2? Okay. Of those 1 or 2, are they doing what they're doing though? Even though it's similar? No? So this is good? Great. I'm still willing to look at it, even though there's 2 others, because they're doing this and they're not. And I like that. So next step, what are the coins they're producing? How many tokens? If it's an insane amount, I don't want any part. I'll be honest. If it's like over 1 billion with a B, 1 billion for me, I might get on something with 1 billion tokens, maybe. But I like the 100-something thousand, or excuse me, million, 100-something million tokens. That's, I feel, better bang for a buck. I don't want to be in on something with 100 billion. I want to be on 100 million, okay? But again, I came back out here to do this video, even though it's gonna be the first one you see. I feel bad about whatever, everything just transpired. Oh man. And I've got the answer I need. And the answer I need is Joe, who gives a crap. Tell the people what they want to hear. Tell them what they want to know. They want the information. You know, no need to, some of them perceived it being greedy. No need to be greedy. Share the wealth. Spread the wealth. Spread the knowledge. That's what matters. You give and you get. As Cliff would say, universe rewards. Universe will reward you, right? Or in religious speak, you'll be blessed. You bless and you get blessed. Whatever. However you want to look at it. So I just had time to think about that, and the answer came immediately. And I'm like, Evelyn, I think I'm gonna, maybe on the way to work tomorrow, I'm gonna do the video I'm doing now, and add it to the list of videos for tomorrow, just to have like a, maybe I'll title it like, all right, come to Jesus meeting, let's talk about what happened yesterday. And I may title it that, I don't know. But I was like, nah, this can't wait till tomorrow. I need to do this now. I was being pulled. Go do it right now. Put it first in line. And let everybody know you care about them. Of course you do. And I don't want to feel like you were betrayed thinking that I'm going to keep all the information to myself now all of a sudden. Now that I've done some good trades through you guys, no. That's not Jay Snip, man. That is not Jay Snip. So stay tuned. Any new things that I'm in, I'm going to tell you about them. Again, right now, the two main ones coming up in the future are InsureX. I'm psyched about that one. And the other one is KIN, K-I-N. I believe that one was in the Webbot report. But it is like to be announced. Nobody knows anything about it yet. Other than it's to be announced, so we don't know when it's coming. So that's really it. Sorry we had a little internet battle back and forth. But I'm over it. Totally over it. I feel good right now. I'm moving forward. I'm doing what I always do. And I hope you guys are around to ride it with me, because again, I think there's going to be so many ICOs. Even if I wanted that one so bad, don't worry about it. You're getting the next one. Then you get in the next one, and this person and that person, and maybe me, we didn't get into it, we tried. Right? So what I'm going to do to show you that I really do care about you, and I want you to get in on these ICOs. Again, this is one of the things I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was going to keep it to myself, because again, I would like to use this technique to help me get in on something. Even if I do tell people, I want to use this technique to make sure I really get in on something. And believe me, I got a lot of people telling me, no, dude, it's your financial stuff. Just keep it to yourself. You don't know anybody anything. Don't tell them, take care of your family. And I realize that, yeah. But good things have been happening in my life for quite a while now, financially and everything else. I got to give to get, right? I'm not going to tell you in this video because it deserves its own title and its own whole video to show you. But I'm going to tell you roughly what's happening. The site that I've always gone to date to get in on these ICOs is myetherwallet.com. I've already talked to you guys about that. I've shown you the video how to create an account there, which is not even an account. You're just creating a wallet, save the wallet, all that stuff. And there's actually 3 different nodes on that site that you can use. And the default one is already set every time you go there unless you change it. So the whole world who uses my Ether wallet is using the default one, which means there's a lot of people on node number 1, if you will. There's 2 other nodes. Pick the second or third one. And then there's the gas limit. Got to set your gas all the way over to the right. Not the gas price, actually, not the limit, the gas price. The limit, on the other hand, I left it default. I didn't touch that. But it's the gas that you have to set across to the right all the way. And I think it's 60 GUI, as they call it. And I want to show you this in a how-to video. I'm going to show you how to essentially I don't know if I should say ensure you're going to get on it, but you stand a greater chance of getting in on it if you can time it perfectly. You know, when that thing's counting down on the site, that's got the ICO 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Click as it's hitting 0, hit the final submit. I'm going to walk you through what I consider a flawless step, you know, process on that site to do it. Even though I'm not going to be joining one, I can still show you by faking it. You know what I mean? Like putting in fake numbers and stuff. That video is not coming out Friday, which is the day you're seeing this, but I think I'm going to do it for Saturday morning. Again, there's no hurry. There's no ICO we need to jump in on. Not concerned. And you don't need to be in a hurry either. But I want to share, just to prove to you that universe told me, brother, share the wealth. I never even told you about that, did I? My Ether wallet thing. I'm going to show you how to get in on it the best way we possibly can, or you can, or anyone who uses it. Very handy video coming Saturday. So yeah, that's it. Life is good. Love you guys. Take care.